Hello again, YouTube. This is Dr. Kendo, and I'm here with Move or Die Day Friday. Yes, we are move or die modding some characters. This is actually a part 2 of the Undertale characters because hopefully you saw at the beginning, we have some more characters that were not in the part 1 for Undertale. So of course, in Move or Die, you can mod characters, and that's what I do for this series. You can also mod game modes and levels and things like that, but I don't really do any of that modding, so this is just the characters. I've created all of these right here, and they are in the Steam Workshop. So anyway, we have Alphys, Mettaton, Undyne, and Asriel. And that was a nice victory there for some cleanup crew. And now we're gonna play Vertigo. It's one of the other mini games in here that I hate whenever I get stuck in that mode or stuck in that spot. I've had that exact same situation happen so many times, but okay, we're back to cleanup crew, which is like anti-Splatoon. You have to clean up the ink or paint everywhere on the walls with your giant squeegee. But yes, hopefully you also notice, of course, down there at the bottom, each of the characters have their little logos, and it looks like I took first place here as Alphys, and hopefully a victory well-deserved on my part. But you can see kind of everybody looks, at least Mettaton looks, you know, exactly like his character does in Undertale. A lot of the other ones are very similar, but like Undyne, for example, we almost cut out like half of her legs. Asriel, he's just a little bit more bow-legged, his legs are farther apart. Alphys is mostly the same, except for the feet are not kind of curled up over each other like they are in her black and white sprite, her battle sprite. Normally, when I'm doing this, though, modding stuff in Move or Die, I will, in general, kind of adhere more to the style of Move or Die. All of the characters in this game that the game has, I guess, left you with by default, you know, the default characters in this game already, they are all sort of this minion shape. If you imagine the minions from Despicable Me, you know, they sort of look a lot like those, kind of like a chicken nugget with arms and legs. But anyway, we're playing Pass the Bomb right now. It's a game where basically the bomb is just going to be attached to at least one person at all times, and so you want to get it off of you if it is on you. So here it looks like I've successfully done this most of the time. This is going back and forth like crazy, and yes, okay, I took the victory with Asriel right here. A very close call, though. So that's 2 main victories overall in this thing, so I guess we'll show kind of some of the Photoshop files, because that is how I do all of these mods. I basically Photoshop them. I always start off with the game's character called Brains, and then just edit that, because there's much less to get in the way with Brains. All you have to do is kind of just delete his big brain, like right there. Anyway, you can see in Undyne's logo right here, obviously her legs are a lot taller. Now, she does have the one all-white boot, and then the other boot kind of has lines in it, and so of course we stuck to that style, of course, with the left leg of Undyne being the solid white one. But you notice how they were much shorter than her real life legs, and she's obviously just kind of like a short, wide character. We did kind of widen out most of these characters just a smidgen, so it wasn't a whole lot. But again, you know, usually whenever I'm modding, I'll do that more chicken nuggety shape like this. You can see Brains and his outline whenever I turn that layer on. That's just to give you a feel of what they sort of usually look like, that marshmallow looking character. And so with Alphys, it was taking her left foot and just copying that for the right foot as well, and putting that on there twice, again, so that it would make sense in Move or Die. It looks like it moves pretty good. Mettaton here, this is kind of the source files for Mettaton. He is just floating, sort of like I made my Charizard and Golden Freddy mods. Well, Mettaton will float, which is good. That's how we should do it. But basically, if you want your character to float, you just don't put anything down on the legs. So, pretty simple, and pretty short episode today, but we just had to round out a few more Undertale characters. At this point, if there are Undertale characters that I haven't done that you wanted to see, go ahead and just suggest them in the comments, and we'll see if they get picked. This series is just 1 episode a week on Friday, but of course I appreciate everybody's enthusiasm. Remember to check out my Patreon, and I will catch you on the next vid, and thanks for viewing.